And I'd like to introduce now Andy Forrester. Andy is our Chief Technology Officer.
Thank you. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how we're investing in the future here. It's a very important thing. Dennis takes this very seriously. What we're set up to do is, as we come out of the lab with new ideas, things that really look promising, things that have got good customer feedback, but they're still kind of startup-y. And you don't really want to bury them inside the big lighting business, because they're still tiny. They get crushed. They get overlooked and things like that. So we have a concept we call incubation, where we take these smallish kind of startups and we develop the concept and we invest in them. And we let them grow, we nourish them, give them some mentoring and things like that. So those fold under my domain, the R&D lab and then the new startups that we're doing. We have two startups I want to talk about today. One is what we call late stage. That's our digital signage solution, or SOAR, a logo for that. Dennis mentioned that earlier. And the other is early stage, pretty early stage, and that's Smart Vision, which takes a lot of the controls and embedded electronics and things to the next level in terms of the value they bring to customers. So Dennis talked about Panda. He mentioned that earlier. I want to build on that a little bit now. Panda is one of our bigger customers. We've got well over 600 locations up and running today. Dennis talked about that. Digital signage, we've all seen. Show and tell, those aren't really, they look like TVs, but they're commercial versions of TVs, if you will. The bigger screens are made to run 24/7, they're brighter, they can take higher temperatures, they can, in a kitchen environment, take the grease and things like that, and so they'll last many, many years, whereas something you buy at Costco would probably die in about 6 months. That's one piece of it. We have to mount it, we have to send the content down. We work with customers across that value stream. So, while they're one of our biggest customers, they're also a true image customer. Dennis talked about that too, right? The lighting plus the graphics plus the technology like digital signage. And Panda's been a long-time customer of LSI. So we did a lot of the traditional print graphics and things like that were in the store, a lot of this kind of stuff. Site lighting, so we do all the lighting too. And so several years ago when they decided, we need to get to this next level and take advantage of the flexibility and promotions, contact with customers, interaction, we need to engage somebody to do that, they thought about us. And they've been very pleased with us. I want to show you a little video about that. Frank's going to run that in the back. Okay, so the technology side of this is the screens, the internet connection, developing the content, the tools to do that. The business side of this is the high-touch customer service that we offer, which is letting us do two things. One, retain all the customers that we have. I don't think we've ever lost a customer from our digital signage business. They've been very pleased with us. The second is we've been able to scoop up customers. So Panda had actually started down this road with another company at one point, and they were very dissatisfied with the level of service they were getting. Dave Maglin's group, and we know customers are precious. We take care of them. Quick turnaround, very responsive when they need something changed in their digital signage. They want to run a limited time offer or something. We push that down. We take good care of them. And so that lets us win customers who maybe have started with somebody else. You can see some of the feedback up here that we get from their marketing group, and so we're pretty happy with that. We want to do more of that, and we're getting way big opportunities. I mentioned this business is late stage, so it's had revenue. We're on track to more than double the revenue this year coming from that, and in fact, could substantially exceed that. So we've got some big, big opportunities in the pipeline. And as we service those and win them over, we're just really happy. We want to make you happy, so we have a gift card for Panda Express over to hand out after we're done talking here. All right, let me talk about the other startup. This one is way, way earlier stage. And the idea here, technology is a little hard to see, like Dennis said, but the idea here is building on what we're doing with digital signage and the interactivity part of it, and the controls that we do in lighting, and taking that to the next level with some of the new tools and technology that's come out. So I'm going to another little video here Frank will play for you that explains a little bit more about what this is all about.
Believe that lighting may become intelligent, will become smart. And what I mean by that is that there will be sensors inside the light fixtures that will enable communication and keep people within the room and objects within the room. The Internet of Things is very, very good. There are thousands and thousands of companies making thousands and thousands of products. As a retailer, you can be totally consumed trying to do it the same. We're trying to make it simple for you.
Call it smart vision, but bring that to market as a solution that goes along with our digital signage and graphic solutions and our lighting solutions, and yet it's a little bit different.
If you're a retailer, how do you address, how do you understand with those thousands of products here? It's very, very overwhelming. It would be very helpful to know how people move within that store. So if you have a promotion that's going on, it would be very interesting to know if that promotion is effective or not. And you can actually sense where people are within the store. Are they staying in front of that impact where the promotion is, or are they not?
Look at the capabilities of the technology. Let LSI work with you to understand how that can benefit your store. The object of this isn't to install something called IoT for the sake of saying we have IoT. The object, and the thing that LSI wants to help you with, is putting in equipment and resources that will make your store work better. The investments we made have included new engineering people, new marketing people, retail expertise, and a lot of new lab space.
So what we're going to give the customer is the answers to the questions he really needs to answer for. That's the analytical process. And we'll present it to him in a way that's very easy to comprehend. This is something that the normal brick and mortar retail stores have not been able to do. It's been very tough for them. So this new IoT technology allows them to do some of those very same things by engaging their customers and understanding their purposes. They can start marketing to that customer base the same way they've done their own things. So it's kind of leveling the playing field.
And that will just open up more and more solutions that we can pull together for customers. It'll work in a wider variety of stores, and it'll work in more depth.
All right, we're beginning this by focusing at our core on convenience stores, right? That's where LSI started. It's a market that we know well. And so we wanted to get some customer validation. The approach that we're taking, because there's a lot of people kind of bringing some stuff out of the lab, the approach that we're taking, which is a lot more customer focused and on their needs to run their store, is that working for you? Does this look promising, like something you'd like to have at your store? So we took this about a month ago to the National Association of Convenience Stores trade show, and got a lot of feedback from all the people there. This is the big show of the year for anybody that runs a convenience store. We said, does this look right for you? Are we answering the right questions? And they said, absolutely. Great feedback. They liked our custom approach. They liked the way we engage customers. They liked that we took the time to really understand their business and try to come up with an approach that was tuned to their needs, not just, hey, this is a cool whiz-bang piece of technology. They were really kind of amazed, too, at how much progress we made and how quickly we developed this. There's two prongs to this, if you will, if you listen to the video. The engagement part, where we help them, the convenience store owner, engage with the customers, the people that are buying gas, like Dennis mentioned. How do you get them to get interested in something you have inside the store and leave the pump and walk in to get that candy bar, the cup of coffee, the energy drink, the food, whatever, right? So we want to help engage through couponing, targeted messaging, things that we're running on the digital side of the pump. That's the engagement part. The empowerment part is the feedback that we're giving the store owner to say, hey, you had 100 more people walk inside the store today from the pump. And the response to this particular promotion that you're running for this energy drink boosted your sales by 20%. It got more people to walk to the cooler and things like that. So we give tools to kind of work both sides of that equation. We've been doing most of that in the lab. We took it to the trade show. And as Dennis mentioned, this week we started actually the first installation. It's with a Shell station. It's about a mile away from here, so we can get to it pretty easily. Working with an owner who's very proactive and engaged with us. And this is a journey where we're both going to learn from. He gets the use of some of our equipment, essentially, and we both get the use of the data coming out of it. What we're anticipating is we're going to learn from it. We're going to make some more tweaks and additions and things like that. And from that, we'll get a case study. We'll get to get his quotations and stuff like that. And then we'll start selling it. We'll start seeing some revenue come from this. As we move this startup from way early stage conceptual out into a revenue producing and a profit mode. So we're pretty excited about all that. You can see the investment we're making in the future. It's not just going to be your grandfather's light fixture, much like it's not today, and it's certainly not going to be in another year.